This is Hank. He sucks severely. He, among many things, he ran over my dog repeatedly, as in reversed over it and drove over it repeatedly. He stole my wife, ran away with her, maybe just kidnapped her, I'm not sure, I haven't heard from her since. He was extremely rude to my child. He burnt down my house, burnt down my shed, destroyed my lawnmower, which is probably the worst of all, destroyed my car, which, it's not as bad, still pretty bad, and I'm fairly sure, about 95% sure, he was responsible for the death of 5 of my close friends and family. I'd have no proof of that though. That's the only thing. But if I did, I would know. He still did do things though. Because of this, I have decided to go through many deals with his insurance company. And doing that, I have gained ownership of his mind, body and soul. Why the insurance company can give me that? Don't worry about it. It's none of your concern. But anyway, because I now have ownership of his mind, body and soul, I can do things like torturing for eternity. Which is why I have thrown him in a vat of acid. Now you might be thinking, this doesn't seem like torture. This just seems like killing him immediately. Well, I suppose so. Maybe. But throwing him in a vat of acid is a very painful way to die. But no, yes, it does kill him. Stone dead. But after another deal with his insurance company, I have learned the art of dark magic. And one of those branches of dark magic entails necromancy. So I can bring Hank back very easily, repeatedly, without fail. To do more things, like dropping a 1,000 kilogram weight on him, crushing him immediately, turning his bones to dust. I'm actually not sure if he has bones. He's an oddity. But whichever case, he's been crushed and he's dead. That's just one of the many ways I will kill him. Next is shooting him in the head. Compared to the other two, this seems kind of boring. But it's something I just wanted to do. And I killed him. As you would imagine. It's very satisfying. I did miss several times though. Even though it was point blank. I'm not good with the gun. But anyway, next, I shot him with 1,000,000,000 arrows. You might be wondering, why is it just a black wall? Well, generally, that is what 1,000,000,000 arrows look like when they're going past. You can't really see much. It is just 1,000,000,000 arrows. 1,000,000,000 is a lot of arrows. And you might be wondering, as well, where did you get the 1,000,000,000 arrows? Well, I mean, arrows. Those sticks with sharp bits at the end. Yeah, I just got 1,000,000,000 of those. I don't know if Hank's still under there. If he has been completely obliterated by them. Probably has. Or maybe if just acted like a solid wall and just pushed him away. Whichever case, he's probably dead. But next, I pulled his legs off. And now this is one of the more torturous activities. Because it's very painful. And it's not meant to kill him. It did kill him. He died from shock. But it wasn't meant to. What I did mean to do though was pull his toenails off. But he doesn't have toenails. Or even fingernails. Or any kind of nails. So I ended up pulling his legs off. I just kind of rolled with that. Yeah. But next, I drowned him. Tied a ball and chain to him, dropped him in the lake, and just let it happen. Spider's a good swimmer though. Could swim even with the ball and chain attached to him. Held his breath for like 25 minutes, I think it was. But it was satisfying seeing the realization come in his face that there was no escaping this. And as the water entered his lungs, the fear he felt of death. Oh, but then I brought him back, of course. You really should have learned by now that that's what's going to happen. Oh, wait, no. I wiped his memory of that. He doesn't remember dying before. All he knows is the fear of it. The fear of death. But anyway, next I executed him, as you will. Standard form of death. Standard form of execution. Which is what I did. I chopped him in half, because he's kind of mostly head. So if I'm to cut off his head, I just may as well just cut him in half. That's what I did. I know it seems like a complicated large axe, but have you seen him? Have you seen the size of him? He's huge. It's like the size of a horse. All of him. It's freakish. I should have killed him just earlier. But, someone should have killed him just earlier. Probably would have been better off. However, doesn't matter. As I did this several times, each time in a different place. If it wasn't on purpose, I was just by me just being bad at chopping things. What's fun though? What's one thing to do? Anyway, next I subjected him to all his fears, trauma, past mistakes, as you do. You might be wondering how I did that. I don't know, I just did it. Dark magic and all that. But, he had a lot of trauma and past mistakes. And sorrows. And sadness. Like his dad leaving him when he was 8. And his mom dying when he was 9. Maybe this is why he turned out the way he is. And also, the demon that haunts his dreams. I don't remember putting this here. I don't know what that is. I'm going to move on from this. Next I set him on fire. Standard. I was thinking maybe I should have done this before I threw him in the water. As possibly he may have thought of it as a way of mercy. However, I did do that. But I also just burned him a lot. To ashes. Over and over again. And then next, I just punched him in the face. I gave him a black eye. This was very satisfying. He just stood there and took it. I did it multiple times. Always in the same place. I enjoyed it immensely. Of course, finally, I removed him from existence. Just gone. Poof. Eviscerated. Evaporated. Vaporized. Disintegrated. Synonym for destroyed. It's kind of hard to bring someone back from being wiped from existence. So, I kind of just left it there. I could have brought him back, and maybe will bring him back in the future, but he can wallow in non-existence for a while. I think that's torturous enough. So, yeah. Hank. He sucks. And you should hate Hank. Because he sucks. And he deserved every single thing that happened to him. Alright.